Hey everybody, I'm back and today I'm reading chapter 4 titled Cherie.
Chapter 4 Cherie. Cherie had long eyelashes. She weighed only 49 pounds. She always wore a big red and blue overcoat with a hood. The overcoat weighed 35 pounds. The red part weighed 15 pounds, the blue part weighed 15 pounds, and the hood weighed 5 pounds. Her eyelashes weighed a pound and a half. She sat next to the window in Mrs. Jules's class. She spent a lot of time just staring out the window. Mrs. Jules didn't mind. Mrs. Jules said that a lot of people learn best when they stare out a window. Cherie often fell asleep in class. Mrs. Jules didn't mind that either. She said that a lot of people do their best learning when they are asleep. Cherie spent all of her time either looking out the window or sleeping. Mrs. Jules thought she was the best student in the class. One afternoon, it was very hot. All of the windows were open, yet Cherie still wore her red and blue overcoat. The heat made her very tired. Mrs. Jules was teaching arithmetic. Cherie pulled the hood up over her face, buried herself in the coat, and went to sleep. "Mrs. Jules," said Kathy, "Cherie is asleep." "That's good," said Mrs. Jules. "She must be learning something." Mrs. Jules continued with the lesson. Cherie began to snore. "Mrs. Jules, Cherie is snoring," said Kathy. "Yes, I can hear her," said Mrs. Jules. "She must be learning an awful lot today. I wish the rest of you could be like her." Cherie began to toss and turn. She flopped over on top of her desk and then rolled over on top of Kathy's desk. Then she rolled back the other way. Kathy screamed. Cherie rolled out of the window. She was still sound asleep. As you know, Mrs. Jules's class was on the 30th story of Wayside School, so Cherie had a long way to go. After she had fallen 10 stories, Cherie woke up. She looked around. She was confused. She wasn't in Mrs. Jules's class, and she wasn't at home in bed. She couldn't figure out where she was. She yawned, pulled the hood back over her eyes, and went back to sleep. By that time, she had fallen another 10 stories. Wayside School had an exceptionally large playground. Louis, the yard teacher, was way over on the other side of it when he happened to see Cherie fall out of the window. He ducked under the volleyball net, hurtled past the kickball field, hopped over the hopscotch court, climbed through the monkey bars, sped across the grass, and caught Cherie just before she hit the ground. The people in Mrs. Jules's class cheered. Cherie woke up in Louis's arms. "Darn it, Louis," she said. "Why did you go and wake me up for?" "Oh, I'm sorry, Cherie," said Louis. I'm sorry, Cherie repeated. "Is that all you can say? I was having a wonderful dream until you woke me up." "You're always bothering me, Louis. I can't stand it." She laughed and hugged him around the neck. Louis carried her back up the 30 flights of stairs to Mrs. Jules's room. That evening, when Cherie went to bed, she was unable to fall asleep. She just wasn't tired.
Thank you for hanging out with me. See you tomorrow for the next chapter.